In the north of Australia live thousands of Aboriginal people for whom English is a second language. The Education Department of the Northern Territory has consequently been developing a successful bilingual education program for several years. In this video presentation, we take a brief look at two schools which use Kriol, the local vernacular, as a language of instruction. They are Roper River Primary and one of its 4 outstations at Nullawan, an encampment a few miles downstream. To explain the program, we hear first from Norma Joshua, a teacher at Roper, and then Brian Daniels, a teacher at the Nullawan outstation.
We'll start the 8 bala school yala Roper classes and 4 bala bush outstation. And everybody, all the teachers, they're all black bala. They all work. Well, this room and that larger room, Jamie and Josephine work, yeah, for a transition mob. Transitions A and B. The Roper school, they got children labels, but they got a 2 bala transition here, like this school, and they got labels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 throughout this school, and la outstation they got levels 1, 2, 3 and transition. Mari they go up, and all the teachers working here, they're all black bala. And everybody here at the school, they start to help me gija. When problem come up, all about beginning la school and beginning too, no misabi shame. They got a problem, they go to teacher and they tell a teacher and teach him Kiran and Albu that beginning, and that beginning why the teacher album him work kuruena. Namara sambal already come a new one. They fit in la school, somebody they find it hard, but after that they get on right. Nagar all the other beginning la school. And this year and last year, I've been rather happy because all the beginning have been showing progress, like coming up with their work. They've been learning, and all throughout the school, Sambala teacher too, they've been happy, and they've been gentlemen Sambala beginning another bigger classes. And while Malabar came, another more beginning come down from lower classes, go in La Malabar class. And this school where teachers can start training. They've been training last year and they've been graduate Sambala this year, like June. That work I'm beginning even doing about Monday to Thursday. All through that book I've been go through, they have them on Friday's test. And Mela look through like that test which beginning even come through. If Sambala beginning don't come on last school, Mela about wait and test all about Monday. If they don't come on last school, well, they miss out. And preparation teachers will get everything ready in the afternoons. They get their materials, maybe they find them around the school outside or bring them from camp, lunchtime and put them together. Or sometimes they go inside the school, the library and take it from resource, everything from there. And they put them together. And that morning time when they're ready next day, they got everything there. And that's been going rather helpful too this year for the teachers. When they will start doing all about preparation, they will start going about all the anything, blah, 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 about ready. And when beginning when used to come in our school, teachers just open them all about book and look through, and there's the Burma, that man anything, and then when they used to start work now, they should just schedule the beginning and go through everything first before they used to use their workbooks. Some bala teachers using this kind of workbook, blue one, unit 1, level 1. And some bala using Bushbrook School of the Outback, transition. That's me and Georgie been using that. But all the other teachers, they use that blue book where you got labels. And every time they want to go get new one book, like beginning for work, blah, 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 the next day they start school, I'm at a new week. They just school look, unit, level. And they can't have it in the beginning of their government. They just bring those books and put in a classroom. And then they're ready. Opa, they got a 4-bell outstation operating, got a schools. 4-bell outstation got a schools. 1 Balanala one, another one Pananda, another one Castello, and 1 Balanamiluri. And all those schools, they got teachers from Jagin. And la 1 Bala school, la Namiluri, one teacher I'm working there and I'm funded by council, blame pay and everything. But this another mob teachers, they right. But him good thing council him help too. Now that can Bala need. Because that mob people at that outstation, they need school all about beginning. And like each outstation, maybe 20 or 30 family live here, or 10 or a little bit more they live here, but still beginning they counted plenty bala. And they come in la school here. Only time they come in when teacher sick or something like that, and then another one teacher out here. The 1 bala school they been do that. And even real good too. Like one teacher go out there and help all of it, and another teacher when he come back and go and help this another teacher. Children blah blah take all about class blame. Well, a lot of people been come and asking about me, blah come and work like school. Not only me, but another mob teachers too. But Malabar talk, yeah, you can if you want to work, you can go look principal. Ask him blah work if you want to work. And after that, when they get through my work for a few weeks, they talk, oh, I'm blah a hard job, blah work la school. And Malabar only talk, well, we sabi in blah hard, blah start, blah scratch, where you start, you scratch, blah go up. But you gotta work and help your beginning. And Malabar only talk, well, Malabar only work, no matter how hard him work, blah work la school, but Malabar only think about beginning. This my beginning need education. So they're gonna grow up, maybe one day they might look back like we when we're old people. They might say, so and so been working in la school, he been teacher blah mine. So I gotta think about him. Because he used to tell me blah come and late or anything like that and blah start work. And he used to help me. They might think like that, them beginning.
Yeah, when I teach him like oral English drill or lesson, and I talk a lot of beginning, a lot of kids, well, to make a lot really understand what I'm talking about, I gotta love to talk a little bit of pidgin English, like I'm talking pidgin English now, and so that all the children they can understand what I'm talking about, you know, and even when they read this sentence, where is the girl? Well, that in pidgin English we talk, which is that girl? That's a question. Mononga question that. Well, that question do la melabat because black boy use that, but in Kriol, you know. Black boy him ask him, which is that girl? You look at somebody? He might be looking for somebody, or for that girl. Yeah, and that person him talk, that somebody him talk, mad black boy, mad old man or old man la, him talk. I have looked at that girl in good jail in a shop. Well, we use that lucky and now we talk. Then we know what person him talking about, you know. And him tell him where that person him go in jail shop. So to really make you understand the children, like they got a sabi, probably, the whole lesson, well, I gotta have to talk, got a pidgin English or Kriol, you know. So they understand, you know, they sabi. Because they can try and read some lesson like anything like this kind of what, they understand. But I mean mainly for the smaller ones, like little one, we say little one for small in Kriol. And that's how we sort of, children sort of understand, when we're talking about. Like Bunyamia, one that little boy, yeah, or this little boy, and ask him when I'm talking about the, well, I can understand basta because that's not English writing. But if I talk like pidgin English, well, I'm sabi straight away. Him understand straight away. He can get the idea what I'm talking about, or even from book. If I read that book and I show him, and him look at that book, he might can understand a little bit, or I'm trying to wake up his brain. But to make him really understand, that's the main thing. The children gotta understand what this lesson about, what you teach him, and then you gotta sort of use him that pidgin English now, because that's the first language they've have spoken, from like in childhood, like when I'm a little baby. Well, that's the first language him talk, pidgin English, rather than speaking his own language, while him talk that pidgin English. Then from them, we try and teach children to speak sort of English properly, in school. Now that's when we sort of running education, where the education involved for a child when child come into school, that sort of thing. That's it.
That man im la cat. That man im la cat. You been there im la store. You been there im la store.